Hey there, in this video, I'm going to share some high-level acquisition skills that can help you achieve more success with acquiring off-market properties directly from the seller. I am Jeremy Beland, and if you don't know who I am, I've grown multiple seven-figure markets from scratch. And since 2017, I successfully completed over 400 off-market deals. I specialize in teaching high-level acquisition skills that empower individuals just like yourself to achieve remarkable success in acquiring off-market properties directly from the sellers. In this video, we talk about what is driving for dollars in real estate. Driving for dollars in real estate is a very, very trendy thing to do in real estate because it costs little to no money to do, and it's a great way to find distressed properties. So if you're looking to flip properties or flip contracts as a wholesaler, you need to identify distressed properties, and distressed properties are easily found by just driving for dollars. So what exactly does that mean? Well, you get in your car or your bicycle, or you walk, fly in an airplane for all that matters, but you drive around your area, your town, your city, your county, wherever you live, and you're looking for houses that look distressed. So what are examples of distressed houses and what to look for? Well, you can look for houses that have like a bad roof on it. They could have, the exterior siding may be cracked or faded. Maybe they need a new paint job, right? The windows may look really old and beat up. There could be a lot of junk in the yard. That's a really, really important one. Because code violations, right? So a lot of these houses that have a lot of debris and junk in the yard, or maybe the grass is overgrown, the fences are falling over, trees are falling over, you can't see the house because of all the bushes, right? Houses like that in a lot of towns and cities will get code violations. So they're constantly getting fined for the houses looking like that, which is a really key ingredient for motivation to sell their house. So that's another thing you can look for. Another thing you can look for is the driveway all beat up, right? Is there like some trailers in the house? Does it even look like the house is inhabitable? Are the doors wide open? Are there squatters there? Is the house vacant? Has there been a fire? Right? These are all signs of distressed properties that we look for. Another thing you can look for is, does it have like a handicap ramp into the front of the house? A lot of times with elderly people, they have a handicap ramp going in, right? Because they're maybe stuck in a wheelchair. And if chances are the outside is a little bit beat up and dated, then the inside of the house is probably the same because they probably can't physically, keep on the upkeep of the house. So that's another sign to look for. So what do you do when you find one? Well, that's a great question, right? So you drive around the neighborhood, you find this house that looks distressed, right? It's beat up, it needs a lot of love, it has stuff in the yard, the grass is overgrown. What do you do? Well, there's a bunch of different techniques that you can do. So first of all, you write down all the addresses of those houses. Then you go to your town's tax collector and you can pull up a tax card. I know my Boston accent here, the tax card. And what it'll show you is who owns the property, so you can find out the name of the owner, and then what their mailing address is. Sometimes the property address is not actually the mailing address of the owner, so you need to find the mailing address of that owner. And then you can then skip trace that information, right, via skip tracer and get phone numbers, and then all these different marketing channels are great ways to contact that seller. You can write them a handwritten letter, a postcard, sending to that address, the mailing address you found. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm Jeremy. I am a local home buyer. I'm looking to buy a property in your neighborhood. Would you consider a fair cash offer on your property? If yes, please call or text me at the number below, right? You can do that. You can cold call or text message them with the same type of message. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, my name is Jeremy, and I know this call is completely out of the blue. I believe you're the owner of 123 Main Street, and I'm looking to buy a property in that neighborhood. Would you consider a fair cash offer for your property? Right? To start the conversation. Send out a text message. Another great option for that is called ringless voicemail. And what that is you record an audio recording, a voicemail recording. It says, Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a local house buyer and I'm looking to buy a property in your neighborhood. Would you consider a fair cash offer on your house today? If yes, please give me a call back at this number. And then you could have a company then drop those into all those phone numbers that have a cell phone with a voicemail. So everybody all of a sudden just gets a voicemail on their cell phone. It's really cool, right? Sometimes their phone rings like a half a second. A lot of times it doesn't. And they just, oh, I have a voicemail. And they listen to the voicemail. It's that message. Great, low cost way to reach them. And then there's the old fashioned way of just door knocking. Just go up to the house, door knock on it, right? See if anybody's home. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I know I'm, stopping by unexpectedly and I do apologize for that. I am Jeremy. I'm a local house buyer. I'm looking to buy a house in this area. I was driving by your house and I wanted to just see if you guys were interested in a fair cash offer for your property. Or maybe if you know of anybody else in the neighborhood that might be looking. Right? You could do that. You could actually write a handwritten note, stick it on the door as well. Right? So those are all the different types of techniques that you can do when you're driving for dollars. So that is what driving for dollars is in real estate. But what if you have no car? What if you have no transportation? Well, I have a solution for you. First of all, you can ask people in the, like your United States postal carrier, Amazon, FedEx, UPS drivers, like all these drivers, if they know any houses in town that fit this criteria, and they can even give you addresses, and you can say, hey, listen, if I buy this house, I will give you a referral fee on that. I have another video in our YouTube channel that we talk more about that to learn more about that. But what else can you do? Well, you can actually go on Google Maps. Yeah, Google Maps, right? So you go on Google Maps. Now, granted, they could be a little outdated, but they're going to work most of the time. So you can be from your home in your underwear, sitting at your desk on your laptop, right? Or on your phone in Google Maps, and you can pull up a street and you can start just walking or driving down the street, right? A street view, and just look for distressed houses and then get the addresses and do the same thing. Just check them with the local tax card, create a sheet with the property name, the mailing address. You could trace all that out, and then you could text, call, and this voicemail. That is driving for dollars virtually. And you can have a lot of success with that. And guess what? If you're too busy to do that, you know what you can do? You can hire a virtual assistant for cheap money overseas to go into Google Maps and say, hey, I want you to look through every street in this zip code, and any house that fits this criteria, I want you to make a spreadsheet of all those addresses. I want a first name, a last name, a street, the address of the house, and a mailing address. Then you send that out to the skip tracer, or you just stop mailing them. So that is what driving for dollars is in real estate. So that's it for this video. If you found this information valuable, please make sure to subscribe for more insightful content like this. And if you're looking to take your off-market property acquisitions to the next level, well, I invite you to check out the link in the description. It's a valuable resource where I share how my coaching program can help you master these skills and achieve exceptional results in your real estate ventures. Feel free to explore. And if you're interested in joining me on this journey to achieve REI freedom, baby,